To log into Canvas, you're first going to need your email address. Now, obviously, this is not North Slope Borough email address because I've created this as a fake account to show you how to use this. But you'll have your North Slope Borough School District email address. Okay. And when you initially get set up, you will need to create a password, which we will have to do with site help. Your teacher or counselor should be able to help you set up. But once I have your name, once I have your email address, I will be able to create you in the class. I cannot create a Canvas account for you. Again, that'll have to be done with the help of people at your site. But once you have a Canvas account, I can then enroll you into the class. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and log in here. Now. Now, you may be in the personal finance class, or you may be in the Intro to Education class. The personal finance class is actually a little more complicated. So, if everything you can learn out of the personal finance class, everything you need to know in the Intro to Education class is also going to be covered here in the personal finance. So we will just go into personal finance. But if you were in Intro to Education, you would see, instead of it saying personal finance here, Intro to Education. And if you're in both, one would be here and the other one would be over here. Okay, so when we go into personal finance, it is going to look like this. And you'll see it says week 1, gives the name. The actual weeks is more of a guidepost than something that has to be. This is the first time running these classes. And this is a pretty good educated guess about how long it's going to take us, but you know, I had to call them something. So anyway, all the work is in there. Okay. Now, there are going to be different types of assignments. There are going to be things that you need to watch and answer questions to. There are certain things you need to just look at. And finally, there are going to be things where you need to turn in an assignment. Okay, so we'll start with the type where you just need to look at it, and then I need to know that you looked at it. Okay. Vocabulary words here. Okay, so when you begin get an assignment, the first thing you're going to see is when it's due. Now, right now, because we need some flexibility in figuring this out, I have most of the early things in these assignment setups due March 30th. Those are going to tighten up. As we figure out how class is going and how long it's taking us to do, you probably won't, for later assignments, have all the way until March 30th. But I had to have something in there and didn't know what the rhythm was going to be. And furthermore, this allows someone who is starting a little later to be able to get it in. But they're all going to have one. They're all going to have a date here, and the system will not accept anything after that date. Okay? You're going to see how many points. Now, 1 point is the smallest. Usually things are worth 10 or 20 or 30 points. You're going to see in a second why this one's only a single point. This one's going to be enormously easy. You're going to see a text, how you must submit it. Okay? And for this one, it's going to be a text box entry. As I said, this is the one where you're just going to type something into the computer. Okay? And everything should be available. You can actually see what day I created the inbox for it there, December 20th. I just made everything available immediately. Okay, so you're going to see instructions on there. Type viewed to get the point for opening this up. I just want to make sure you opened it up. These are the vocabulary words that I'm going to be holding you accountable for in the personal finance class. So I need to know you saw them. I can't hold you accountable for something you never saw. So as proof that you saw it, then you're going to have to do this. But just for opening up this document, just for looking at it, you're actually going to get that free point. Now, if you're in the Intro to Education class, there likely to be some resources, some things for you to look at, and then some questions for you to answer. And in those questions for you to answer, that's going to work the exact same way. We're only going to type one word in for this assignment, but you could type 1,000,000 words in as well. And so if you have questions that you need to answer, then you're going to type those answers in the exact same way that you are doing this here. So I want to submit the assignment. Okay? And when I do, here it is down here. Here's where I can submit it. Okay? So in the personal finance class, you're going to type viewed, and then you're going to hit submit assignment. And that's all you have to do. That's why it's only 1 point. That's literally all you have to do. Okay? On other assignments within personal finance and within a lot of assignments within intro education, there'll be more than just having to type the word viewed. But you can see you have plenty of space to work with, and the space expands as you need it. So you're going to type in your answers there, just as I have. And then when you're done typing your answers in, you hit submit assignment. And you are done. Okay? If you decide you want to change your answers later, that's where you would go there, but that's all you have to do. Right. Second type of assignment is one where you're going to need to turn a document in. And those look slightly different, although not significantly so. Okay, so we'll go to Know the Lingo. That's a good example of one. Okay, so again, you're going to see the date due there, and that number this time it's worth 10 points. It's not. This isn't a huge assignment, but you know, you have to do something here. Certainly not as easy as just typing one word. You're going to get the assignment right off the page. You are going to double click on this, and it's going to open up the assignment. Of course, we're in Barrow here, so it's going to take a second to do so. There it goes. Okay, and you're going to print this out, fill it in. As you can see, there's a few questions there for you to answer, but nothing too bad. And then you are going to need to scan it so that you can put it into as your assignment here. So you're going to need to get help from your teacher, counselor, somewhere at the site to be able to make sure that you can scan these in. But they should be able to do it, or should be able to help you do it. Worst case scenario, if they can scan it and send it to me, then I can put it in. Someone will be able to put this in as your assignment, but hopefully it should be you who's able to put this in. I know that Wainwright had his scanner down for a while, in which case you could fax it and we could figure it out that way, but most likely you'll be able to scan it just fine, and then submit it. Once it's scanned, you're going to go then into submit assignment. And it's going to give you something that looks like this. You're going to choose the file. Okay. I'm going to choose something that's actually kind of gibberish here, but anyway. Once I've chosen the file, chosen the assignment, then I will be able, then all you have to do is hit submit assignment. And again, you are done. Give you a chance to resubmit the assignment like the last time, but that's all there is to it. Okay. Now, if you are doing a file like we just did, It's going to take just a little bit because that's more information than just one word for the computer to upload. But you can see it didn't take that long. If you are in the Intro to Education class, that's all those are the only two types of assignments. Okay. There's going to be some discussions we're going to have. There's going to be some other elements we're going to have. But in terms of turning assignments, that's it. And that's all you would need to know for now. The Intro to Finance class has one more element to it. So if you are only in Intro to Education class, you're good. Those of personal finance, keep going. Or if you're just curious, keep going. Okay. The third type of assignments for the personal finance class are what called the Dave Ramsey assignments. So we're going to scroll down here and find one that calls itself a Dave Ramsey assignment. Oh, that's right, they don't have a box there. So that's not actually going to work. Okay, so we'll have to go back to the class. Go into the class. So I did that by hitting the dashboard button. The dashboard button got me here. We were on the courses, but now we're on the dashboard button. I'm going to click on Personal Finance class. And there it is, Dave Ramsey assignment. Okay. Now you're not going to actually do these ones in Canvas. All it's going to tell you is what to do. Okay. So if you are in the personal finance class, the other thing we're going to need to set up for you is the personal finance class. Okay. Again, once I have which students are in and what your emails are, you're going to be set up, and it's going to go again based off of your email address. You can see mine there, and password, okay, of which you'll set up when you first log in. Okay, and so once you have your username and password all set up, you're going to hit Let's Go. And it's going to take you into the class. Okay. Now, your initial screen is going to look a little different than mine. Mine's has, where I can put in students over here, but yours will look just like this. Okay. The only thing you won't have is that intermediate screen, that middle screen. Okay, so you're going to go section by section. It's going to tell you which section you should be doing. This one, it's section 1, Intro to Personal Finance. You're going to go in, view, and over here, it's going to tell you what to do. So for this week, you're going to be watching the video, going through. Okay, you're going to notice that under the key terms, those are going to be the exact same ones we saw on the other one. Okay. Anyway, so what does this say here? It says complete pretest section 1 and section 2. So what is personal finance and money in the American way? So you are going to be doing pretest section 1 and section 2. Okay, there are little things underneath them here. Okay. And you will be given class time to be doing these. I'm not saying you couldn't do the Dave Ramsey work at home. You certainly could. There's nothing that would prevent you from doing it. But in terms of the Dave Ramsey, the expectation is that I will be giving you class time each week to be able to work on these, and that you should be able to get through them during the class time that we have. The other stuff we're doing, that's the stuff that you're going to have to be thinking about in terms of homework and making it work or whatever. But there should never be any reason why you have to do the Dave Ramsey stuff anywhere but in class, unless you're traveling. I mean, if you're traveling for a week, obviously that would affect it. But the goal is going to be able to be doing all the Dave Ramsey work from the class. So that's my introduction. As we go through this, as I said, this is the first time we've done something like this. We'll figure out things that need to be adjusted in terms of this intro, but I think this is going to be a good start, and we will figure it out from there. All right, I look forward to seeing you in class.